see you. Okay. That's good. Pleasure. I actually run a lot in the New Forest. It's beautiful. I've got lots to do. I've been triggered today. A few tree surgeons in the forest, no joke. One of them was a Saints fan, so he drove us back to the... yeah.
A lot of players get to 31, 32 and think, what am I going to do next? And then they'll rush their badges, whereas you had a long-term plan of this.
I often think the career coaches that have skipped the plan and been coaching the whole time have had such a chance to work out what works, what doesn't, whereas I've missed that. But I was playing, gaining real experience. Then my coaching bits had to come, coaching kids, like Norwich's Academy on the evenings there.
Did you ever challenge managers while you were a player?
Yeah, too much. I think,
Which ones?
Yeah, so I was an opinionated kid. So like, when people ask me about like our style of play and where it comes from, and I think like in the purest form is like, it's just how I probably wanted to play all of my career. I really was desperate to play in a team that dominated the ball as much as they possibly could. So I remember coming up from League One to the Championship at a similar time to Swansea when we were at Norwich.
Tall football.
Yeah, and always thinking their way is probably going to be a bit more sustainable than ours.
This is Lallana. Here's Digne!
First venture in the Premier League. How is that step up?
It's been interesting. It's been, results-wise, frustrating. I feel like we probably deserved a few more points than we have right now. There's been some brilliant moments in games, but it hasn't been validated or backed up by results yet. And I think they need that now, the players. We need that for everyone, really, because there has been spells in games where they look so ready to attack the Premier League, and then there's moments that have cost us and a few mistakes early on.
Well, Southampton put themselves into trouble again.
We have to manage their moments better. We have such a young team, and they're growing all the time. And I'm really proud that they've stuck to it and they're trying to be the team we want them to be. And I've been really unhappy at half an hour of football at Bournemouth in the first half, which was my fault.
Yeah.
I picked the wrong shape, really, the wrong structure of the team. I was probably guilty of overthinking it a bit that night, really, and probably being too focused on the opposition.
To stay true to your values must take a real strength of character.
I think so. Yeah, stubbornness or conviction in what you are. Like, I do think there's a difference between being stubborn and having conviction. If you really believe in something as a coach, a manager, a leader, whatever, then the logic for me is that you stick with it and you try and be better at it rather than going too far away from it. And you've been in dressing rooms where a manager would have said at the start of the season, we're going to play in this way, and then the minute it doesn't quite go to plan, you start changing, and then it's really hard to get back what you want. We have a lot of managers come in after they've lost their job. The one thing they always say is they regret changing or letting the pressure take over and results affect what they wanted at the start.
It's Archer!
Massive game of all against Leicester City.
They're all massive. I know everyone keeps saying to me, it's such a big game, and I think there's been some reports about my future and all that stuff, which is always one result away in the Premier League. But what I've said to the players is every game in the Premier League is huge. We'll go into every game trying to win it. Because if I didn't believe in the players to play in this way, we would change it. We would, we can coach other things, we can coach in a different way, but I would struggle to convince people if I didn't really believe in it on them. So we continue on this path and hope that we can win, because I really believe this group will grow so much from getting that first win.
I read a really interesting interview with you, and you came up with a comment of, you want to stand on the sidelines and enjoy watching your team. I don't want to stand there feeling sick for 90 minutes. 7 games in the Premier League, is that still the case?
I felt sick for half an hour. I can assure you of that, but that was my fault.
So we've had a nice afternoon in the New Forest.
Better my last afternoon in the New Forest getting lost.
Tell me, if we sit down on the 26th of May, 2025, what a successful year at Southampton look like?
I'm still a Southampton manager, mate. I'll be happy.
I'll see you here.
Still a Premier League team, and the team that's that I feel proud to be part of.
Right, we'll book the table.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Top man.